Hey, this is your girl Ashley, and I'm back with another video. I want to talk about my highs and my lows of being in my 20s. So I'm going to start off talking about the 20 to 23-year-old me. And then part two, we will have the 23 to now. So when I turned 20, we're not talking about the parties really, but if you know what happened at my 20th party, you just know what happened. You had to be there. That's all I'll say. But yeah, when I turned 20, I feel like, I was a big girl. I'm the 20. And that was, my low for when I was 20 was I had actually got addicted to drinking Coca-Cola. I was taking 18 credit hours per semester when I was 19 and when I was 20. I don't know who told me to do that. I think it was me, but like that was the worst decision ever of taking 18 credit hours just to get an associate's degree. Honestly, I don't ever recommend anybody do that. I don't recommend anybody unless it's the easiest classes ever, and I did think they were easy. Still, no. But I got addicted to drinking Coca-Cola, like, drinks, sodas, well, really that in particular. I used to eat cookies because I worked at Subway. Any sugar that I could find, I was addicted to it. And it was not a good thing because then I had all these, like, cavities or whatever, girl. Anyway, just sucked being 20 at the moment because I took 18 credit hours, like I just said, and I had started to get addicted to drinking Coca-Cola. And because I be saying it is. Anyway, I be saying Coke, but I'm like, let me stop before somebody think I do the booger sugar. But no, it's just drinking Coca-Cola, which is awful for like your teeth or whatever. Because see, I knew my addiction was bad when I started to drink the Coca-Cola like water. I said, oh no, we got to stop. So yeah, that was my low. I also want to add my low from being 20 was when I got into a car accident. Really sucked because that was my first car accident, and that was a low for me. So yeah, that's one of my lows from when I was 20. And my highest was getting my associate's degree from Austin P. I love my associate's degree to death. I did cry when I got my associate's degree because of what I put myself through in order to get my associate's degree. I felt like it wasn't worth it to me. But I am glad. I'm always glad that I got my associate's degree and that I put that chapter behind me and I moved forward. So going into being 21, yep. It sucked. I'm not even gonna lie. Like going into my 20s, like they mess with my eyebrows. Like my eyebrows is normally thick, but when I tell you, they put them so thin, and I tried to be so confident with them thin eyebrows. No, ma'am. So I had the thinnest eyebrows in my life. So you can imagine how long I was in the chair when my eyebrows are like super thick and they put them like super thin. And yeah, hated that time period. And then I did like coffin nails. I didn't even know like the nail shapes or anything because I only get my nails done like a couple of times a year. And that was the one time. That's when I found out about the shapes that I'll never get again. Coffin was definitely one. I didn't like them. I like the I don't know, like the natural shape of it. It's like a circle triangle. Not a circle triangle, but like a circle square or whatever, but whatever shape that is. I don't even do nails like that. I just know what I like. So then yeah, that was a problem. And then I tried to get my hair dyed for the first time burgundy. I ain't gonna lie, that was my fault. I'm not even gonna lie, that was my fault. I went to a professional and I tried to give her a box dye and she was like, what am I supposed to do with this? So yeah, that was my fault. That was my fault. So we tried to work with the box dye. It didn't work. It was supposed to just be like streaks or like highlights of burgundy, just to see if I like having burgundy in my hair in the first place before I just go do the crease and have my whole hair dyed burgundy. Yeah. It didn't work, and I barely could see it in the sunlight. So I know nobody saw it anyway. So yeah, it was a waste of money. But she did compensate me though. I would never bash her anyway. But yeah, she did compensate me, and that was definitely my fault. I just didn't know anything about people dyeing your hair, and that was my fault. I should have just asked and communicated that with her instead of just going in and being like, here's my box dye. So yeah, it was completely my fault. And then yeah, and then when I was 21, 21, I'm not even gonna lie, is the worst year ever, being in my 20s. You know, it's normally the best because you turn 21 and that's when you can legally drink. But I promise you, 21 was definitely the worst. And I mean like right below it is 24. And when I was 21, if you don't know, now you know, I lost my cousin when I was 21. So that already made it top tier, the worst year of my life. And yeah, but the high of that, to be more on the positive side, the high from being 21 was when I decided to go again and go get my hair dyed burgundy. It was the best decision I made, and I never went back to being just dark brown. I have stuck to being burgundy, if you can tell. And then yeah, I love being burgundy. And then I switched from being at Austin P to University of Memphis, which was also a big change and a big step that I loved. And I never looked back as well. And yeah, I loved it. And then when I was 21, I went broke. That was when I went broke. And then I had to build myself back up. So then I ended up at the end of 21 getting my life together. I applied to Kroger's and I got my Kroger job when I was 21, and then I had some great grades that I never expected. So yeah, so going into 22, I want to say the lowest of the low for being 22 is when COVID happened. That was the worst of the worst when COVID happened. I was 22. Yeah, because COVID took over a lot, and it was just too much. Like one day I was in class, and then one day I wasn't in class. But I would say that 22 probably was the best year ever for me being in my 20s. I got a lot of money. I got a lot of money because we worked so many hours with the pandemic, but it was running me raggedy. But I appreciated my job at Kroger's, being at pickup. And the high for 22 was when I graduated with my bachelor's degree from University of Memphis. Instead of doing it in the fall, I graduated in November, December, and I got a chance to walk across the stage, and that was a real highlight of my being 22. I loved it, and